Well, hello there. How's everybody doing today? Rhetorical question. I'm Mark McCrazy.
Indy B.
You got to think about it. DJ
Menace.
Great.
This is McCrazy Talk, a weekly podcast where we go ahead and talk about the most ridiculous stories of the week. Like we often say, because of our political news cycle, you don't always get a chance to see this nonsense, so we'll share it.
Nice.
This is McCrazy Talk, episode 14.
We getting up there.
It's 13 more than I thought we'd do.
You got that right. Sheesh. I didn't think we could pass the first one.
Proud of us.
Well, and in today's podcast, we have so much to talk about. One of the things we're going to be talking about is this guy's sinus infection turns out to be something entirely different. Oh, boy. This one woman should be nominated for Pettiest Woman of the Year for what she did to her cheating husband. A guy had the cat thrown at him, and not the good kind of cat thrown at him.
The good kind of cat.
And what percentage of people will pretend not to be home if trick-or-treaters stop by, since we just got through with the Halloween holiday? We'll actually start with that. Any guesses from either one of you two?
I know the answer. Would you like me to say it?
50%?
Yeah.
No.
That's too high?
Too high.
Oh.
This is bullshit. I'm not buying this for a minute.
Yeah. People, they lied.
They definitely lied.
Mm-hmm.
Says 18%. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's definitely a lie.
That's
you
a lie.
sit in your house real quiet like the kids don't know you're there. They saw you pull into your garage and purposefully turn out the light. They
20%. So 2 out of 10 houses.
Somebody's in there, but they're not answering the door.
Not buying it.
I have a gripe, though. I bought candy and no one came to my door.
Well, I've seen your neighborhood, Indy, and that's why.
Whatever.
People don't trick-or-treating in apartment complexes.
They don't.
I saw a bunch of little kids walking up and down Preston.
Yeah, they were on their way to the nice neighborhoods.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Exactly. There's some mansions back there. They're giving out full-size candy bars.
Right.
We don't
right behind my apartment.
We don't trick-or-treat on foot. We trick-or-treat in the car.
Right.
Get in and out.
That's what they do. Exactly. Well, I got to be honest with you. If I called a suicide hotline, I'm pretty sure I'd be convinced that life is worth living. As long as somebody's on the other end is ready to kind of talk me off the ledge, I just need somebody to talk to.
Some counseling.
Right. Well, the school's ID badge has a suicide hotline on the other side so that you can give it a buzz just in case you're feeling down. Problem is, whoever printed out this number did it wrong, maybe a digit or two off, because it actually went to a phone sex hotline, and that's what the kids were calling.
Well, that could actually help, too.
Is that still a thing in 2019?
That could help.
You remember pre-internet and pre-access to porn at your fingertips 24/7, people used to pay like $8 an hour to call some line.
Yeah. Then then in a lot of
and rub one out with a girl, a fat girl who's pretending
to be sexy.
And your grandmother can't get you a Christmas present because your uncle drove up her phone bill.
Yeah, several $100.
Right,
$800
exactly.
phone bill.
Right, exactly.
That's still a thing in 2019.
Yeah. 976 boob or something, Oh, boy. So have all you guys seen the movie Carrie?
Classic.
Yeah. Well, this one college student, she dressed up as Carrie for Halloween. She's got the blood on her face and the whole thing.
Right.
Well, she got into a car accident. Yeah. And when the paramedics showed up, they thought that this chick was dead because she was completely covered in blood. She's like, no, I'm fine. I mean, just had a little...
I got a bruise on my ankle.
Yeah, I'm okay.
A broken nail. That was it.
Next a little sore.
Nail.
Yeah. Jeez.
I saw the picture, though. She looked scary.
Oh, it's a really good costume. Really good costume.
I would have thought she was dead, too.
This lady didn't have the same experience, though. This woman in Indiana was ejected from a car during a car crash. And the reason why I'm bringing this story up is because where she landed. She landed on the roof of a house. How in the hell did that happen? Did she fly out the sunroof?
Well, she didn't have a seatbelt on. She went...
She flew.
It's the trajectory.
Right.
Mark.
Jettisoned out of that car.
Dang.
Yeah.
She must not have been heavy set.
Says she's in the hospital, critical condition, but they think that she's going to make it.
You don't realize how much power is involved there of two full-speed cars.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you don't have your seatbelt on, here, let me tell you what to do.
But she couldn't have been 300 pounds. That's all I'm saying.
Andy, let me put it to you another way. Imagine taking a shopping cart, okay, and you have shit inside. Now run through the store and hit the back wall of the supermarket. Watch
gonna
that
fly.
shit go
Yeah,
everywhere.
fly.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
fly.
milk on the roof,
Yeah.
which is what this person was basically.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
All right, so this guy in Russia, he's facing up to 5 years in prison for something that he did. Remember I was teasing earlier and I made the comment about how this cop had the cat thrown at him? It was because of this guy. I guess he got mad about something and the only thing he could grab to throw at the cop was his kitty cat. That didn't go so well. So you can't do that. Animal abuse, and now you could end up in jail.
I'd rather take a cat to the face than a blender.
Oh my God! Last week we did that story with the lady that got hit. I saw the video, by the way.
Fantastic.
That blender was full speed.
And the accuracy was Tom Brady like.
I mean, seriously.
Messed her
Jeez.
face up.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, but it connected. Blows my mind. Deaf woman in Maryland was surprised by a $5,000 water bill. She can't hear, but she can see. And when she saw them zeros after that 5, she was like, what the hell, man?
She couldn't hear a sink dripping all that time or something.
That's exactly what happened. Turns out her toilet had been running nonstop and she couldn't hear it. Fortunately, a community group has stepped in to help her pay the $5,000 bill.
It was just, oh wow.
Bananas.
Dang.
Okay, now this story here is a little crazy, but this one lady driving, she hit a dog. Did you hear about this story? And then she drove 45 minutes with the dog stuck in the grill of the car.
What?
It happened. A lieutenant there with the police department said the woman knew she'd hit something, but she didn't know that it was actually a dog.
And
She
stuck to her
stopped as
car.
well as some other motorists, checked her vehicle, realized there was some damage to the front, but didn't realize that she had struck the dog.
And after a 45-minute drive, the woman heard something under the car's grill, pulled over, found the dog. Said they did get the dog out, though.
One of our officers, Officer Andrew Durizio, was able to free the dog from the car by pressing down the scoop and allowing the dog to come out.
Oh, my gosh.
Was the cop pissed like in vacation? When
Yeah.
they dragged
Walked
the
up
dog
to the car.
its death?
Was the dog
You
dead?
stupid son of a bitch.
Did the dog die?
So a dog suffered broken bones, and the owner is trying to raise $4,000 for the surgery. I don't know how old the dog was. I don't know if it's a high mileage dog, pardon the pun. I don't know how old the dog was.
I would try to save my dog. I pawned everything.
How much is too much?
For Billy,
$4,000?
that's not too much for Billy.
10?
I mean, 10,000 is probably too much because I wouldn't be able to come up with it.
Right.
But if I had it, no, I pay it.
Okay.
I love that damn
yeah, if I
dog.
had it, I would pay
If
it.
you had $10,500 in your bank account,
And it was 10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do it, bro. He's a family member.
You're a good person.
a guy in New York pointed a gun at another car because of a road rage incident. So you got the picture?
Right.
Mad, pissed off,
Pulled
pulls
out
out his gun. You son of a bitch, you cut me off. Problem is, that car was filled with undercover police officers. That didn't end so well.
Now you're going to jail.
Jail. Boy, I tell you, people sure are petty in 2019. This woman is a prime example of that. Let me start by saying this. Pennsylvania is a no-fault state. And basically, she is really upset at her husband. He cheated on her, but the judge said, yeah, I understand that, blah, 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 but you still owed him a bunch of money, and you got to pay that. Sorry that he cheated on you, and he got some squish from somebody else, but you owe him $7,500, and he's going to need his bread. So what makes her petty is this chick went out and got it all in dimes, 350 pounds worth of dimes, and said, here you go. There's your money.
I like her.
And the bank ain't gonna talk to you unless you roll all these bitches.
You out there in the streets chasing them dimes. I got some dimes.
I got some dimes for you right here.
$7,500 worth of dimes.
Yes. I like her. We'll be friends in real life.
This is a crazy story. And the reason I'm bringing this up, it's not comical, it's pretty serious. It has to deal with how this lady had her daughter in the car. You leave your 14-year-old in the car while you run inside the store. Problem is that as soon as this lady went in the store, somebody must have been watching her because these guys tried to get entry into the car to get the 14-year-old out.
Not good.
14-year-old gets on her phone, FaceTimes mom, and says, hey, Mom, yo, I know you're in the store right there, but these people are trying to get in the car. And actually, is audio because I guess they talked to the mom about what happened.
I thought, I'm going in for 5 to 10 minutes. I'll be right back out. I'm getting a FaceTime call from her telling me that some men are trying to get into our vehicle. I said, Jenna, what are you saying? And she said, Mama, there's some men trying to get in our vehicle. Honestly, I was paralyzed. I didn't know what to do. And they just kept beating on the window, telling her to roll down the window or open the door.
Run out of the store? What do you mean you were paralyzed and you didn't know what to do? Run out of the store.
Yeah.
Full speed.
My mom would have lost her shit. And my mom's a tiny woman. I'll tell you a quick story. There's always one per podcast. I was a kid in Chicago. I was about 14 or 15, and we were leaving my grandmother's house, who lived up north. Get home, and I lived on the south side, which ain't the most savory area of Chicago, even back in the early 90s. And as we're driving home, I said to my mom, can I get a candy bar? I really like candy bars. So she's like, it's like almost midnight. She's like, okay. We'll go, we'll stop. We'll get you a candy bar at the corner store up the street. Now, you have to understand something about the corner stores in inner city Chicago. They don't let you inside. You talk to somebody outside through the glass, then they run in the store. They're running the little convenience, and they bring it to you.
Right.
And then they'll push it through the little hole and give you what you need. Right, exactly. So I'm standing there in line out in this, parking lot, I guess, of this place. And this guy turns around, drunk guy, out of the blue. And I'm standing at a pretty safe distance from him, like you were standing far away from somebody at the ATM. He turns around, and he just turns around. He's got to be in his early 50s. He looks at me, 14 or 15-year-old. Hey, give me back my fucking wallet. That's what he says to me. I said, excuse me? You took my wallet. Give me back my wallet. That's what he says to me. Then he starts approaching me. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
It's about to go down.
It is. It's totally about to go down.
About to go down.
So my mom is there. So she rolls out her window, and my mom's not a cusser. She rolls down her window, and then she goes full Chicago mode, and she goes, you drunk motherfucker, ain't nobody taking your wallet.
Your mom.
My mom.
Miss Trudy.
Miss Trudy had to get bucked. Oh, no.
It's like, there's a Chicago. He left me alone.
She had to save her baby.
It's like he came too. That could have ended up bad.
I'm glad she was there to save you.
Me too. I'd had to take that ass whooping. Women are more likely to propose what to a man? I would have never thought this in a million years.
Threesomes.
A threesome. Can you believe that?
Men are afraid to.
Because you might get punched in the face.
You might get divorced real quick.
You want to be what? Yeah.
Well, you're more likely to get a yes out of a guy than a lady. If you ask a guy than if you ask a woman, is my point.
Yeah.
That's why ladies are more likely to propose it, because the dude ain't going to do it. People who are late are healthier and happier. And by percentage, they're bigger assholes, if you ask me. People that are late are happy. They live longer, too. Why? Because they probably don't give a shit about what other people think.
They don't care.
Absolutely.
That's why.
Yeah, they don't have a care. They don't have no worries.
Think about people that have no empathy.
When I get there.
Think about people that have no empathy. Those assholes live to be 108 years old.
Yeah. Because they're not worried about nobody.
Right.
But themselves.
Bachelor party in England arrived at the airport. A bachelor party in England arrived at the airport only to find out that the groom's fiance had sent them fake tickets and pocketed all the money. See, she was in charge of arranging all this. Y'all give me the money. I'm going to get everybody on the same flight. It's going to be great. So they give her all the money. Then she prints out fake tickets, gives it to them. Meanwhile, they get to the airport and they go, lady at the airline said, this shit don't, these don't.
This is nothing.
Nothing. What's these?
I would be hot.
Look, it says void. Do not.
Right.
Not a ticket.
Yeah, and American Airlines is written in a Sharpie. This is not a real ticket.
In a Sharpie.
She pleaded guilty to theft and fraud, and the groom dumped her. Shocker.
Who continues? Let's still get married, even though you just robbed all my friends.
I will say this, though. If it was a dude, some chicks sometimes go, well, he's trouble, but, I can change him. Two women in Jersey got into a fight. A fist fight, if you will, on whether to leave the strip club. And then one of the women ran over the other one in the parking lot. She was arrested on several charges. New Jersey on the program.
These are friends?
Friends. Strip club.
Dang.
Alcohol.
I hate if they were enemies. Hate to see what would have happened then.
Only thing place more violent than a strip club is maybe a casino. You see these fights outside of these Las Vegas casinos sometimes?
Yeah, man.
Woman crashed her motorhome into a casino in Las Vegas after she was kicked out. She didn't like that. She got behind the wheel of that Winnebago and crashed right through the window.
And she was trying to win her money back.
Her whole house.
Her whole house.
She's like, I need to win my money.
Got deep into there, too, all the way up to the living room she got into there. Oh, boy.
Something tells me she was drunk.
Yeah, alcohol in the program. One applause for alcohol. So this guy's sinus infection turns out to be something entirely different. 48-year-old man learned that his persistent sinus infections were the result of marijuana he stuffed up his nose nearly 2 decades earlier.
Never got out.
Never got out. Set up shop. During a prison visit, his girlfriend passed him a rubber balloon, which he shoved up his right nostril, concealing the contraband cannabis from guards while returning to his cell. But the pot parcel was lodged so deep in his navel cavity that he couldn't retrieve it. Attempts to fish it out only drove the balloon deeper into his sinus passages, and finally he just said, fuck it. I guess it's a part of me now. Well,
I'm trying to imagine.
Who says that?
A balloon stuck in your nose?
absolutely, yep. Yeah, but when they did a CAT scan on him, said, "Oh, we see your problem is you got a dime bag in there."
18 years later, it didn't like dissolve. Like, what do you call it?
That's what he probably thought, ash away or
Weed
something.
will just break down. It's degradable.
But it was inside of
biodegradable.
rubber, though.
But it was inside some sort of like a baggie. Yeah. People want drugs that bad inside the jail.
It was there for 18. Ugh, I can imagine the smell.
Indy, you've mentioned to me that, and several other people have too, that they all have that one relative that got sticky ass fingers. Mad adhesive on the fingers.
Right.
Can't live shit around them, right? Well, this one woman in Tennessee knows this firsthand, all right? She lets her niece come to her job for a job interview. You hook up your niece.
Gonna put her on.
Yeah, put her on.
Yeah.
Well, while the niece is there doing the job interview, she lifts 1,000 beans from her aunt's purse.
Auntie got you to interview, right? And then
That's right. That's right.
Oh, man. Yeah, you can't do nothing for thieves.
But it's one of those aunts that said, I don't give a shit who you are.
I'm calling the police.
I know you're my brother's baby girl, but your ass is going to jail because I'm dropping a dime on you.
You know how many pothead friends my mother tried to give jobs to? And then they ended up making my mom look terrible.
Oh, yeah. You got to be careful with that. Yeah, I'm not doing
She
that
used to
story.
run HR at a hospital, and I would try to put one of my friends on all the time.
Good
And
job.
She'd be like, so-and-so failed too. Damn.
What? They couldn't get past the drug test?
He told me he was going to be fine, Ma.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Aw.
As soon as he peed into a cup, he knew that job wasn't happening.
When did your mom give up trying to help your friends?
Never.
You gave up. You stopped giving her name.
Yeah. I don't want to embarrass her anymore.
Well, your friend Carl, he didn't pass the test.
But I'm sure you knew that.
Yeah. A woman in Indiana, they found her dead in her house. The house was filled with 140 snakes. When they found her, she had a python around her neck.
Damn. Who has 140 snakes in the crib?
A dead woman in Indiana. Scientists are working on a pill that can edit your memories. Yeah. I guess there's one pill, you take it, and then all of a sudden, it can erase your memories.
Why would you want that?
Well, if you got molested or something like that, you may want that.
An ex-boyfriend you don't want to.
But I don't know how the pill knows that. It's like, you know what? I still have the molestation memory, but my wedding day's gone.
If you're a Falcons fan,
Yeah,
you
how
might
does
want
it-
to forget your 28-3 lead over the Patriots. That Super Bowl is too much.
Yeah, I don't remember that happening.
Maybe there's something in it that detects bad memories. Like,
Really?
You know?
Right. I guess maybe. But that would really suck. Really suck if it got rid of the bad memories. I don't remember how to walk. Boy, I tell you, Florida and Natty Ice, they go hand in hand, don't they? Do you know what Natty Ice is, Indy? It's beer.
It's the
Oh.
it's the state drink of Florida.
Natty Ice?
Natural ice. They call it natty,
Natty
ice.
Ice. Okay.
It's called Natty Ice. Well, Florida man had a hankering for some natty and some squares and is accused of smashing into a store with a brick and a piece of lumber to get some.
Yeah.
Said the only thing keep me from some natty ice and some Marlboro Reds is this fucking brick.
which I'm going to throw.
That's right. Smash.
It's like the cheapest beer.
It is.
Did all that, now you're going to jail.
And it smells the same going in as it does coming out.
Them laborers like it too.
They do. Yeah. Ooh, boy. Natty Ice.
Have you ever tasted one?
No.
Oh, well, you don't drink. I've never tasted one either.
But I know they love them. I see them with them.
And that's natural ice, right? It's
Natural
called
ice.
it
Yeah, but you got to
natty.
be hip, Andy, with the bums and the laborers.
It's Natty Ice.
Natty
Like if you go up
Ice.
to a hillbilly and go, oh, you like natural ice? What the fuck is that?
Oh, really? I don't think they'd be like that much.
You can't get it at the
It's a little
bar.
exaggeration.
Is it?
You can't get it at the bar. You can't walk in Sandaga and
They
say,
ain't got-
let me get a natty ice.
They don't have it on tap.
No.
Oh, okay.
A woman has a way to make some money. She works at a medical center in Louisiana and was arrested for selling fake doctor's notes to high school students so that they can get out of class. She's got a whole nother stream of income. She gets these doctor's notes, $20, $30. Here you go. I know you're not ready for that final exam. Here's a note saying that you got mono, strep.
How is this
Ebola.
still a thing in 2019? Are
don't know.
doctors not emailing notes?
No, you still got to come to work with it with a note. So maybe it's more per deal. Sinus infection's $15. You know, I don't know. Strep is $25.
All these old ass hustles still going on.
Polio is $50. Polio. Cuba Gooding Jr. sure likes to touch people.
Yeah,
At first, I
what's
was
wrong
like,
with
no
him?
way. And now I'm like,
No,
man,
it's like, he's up to
pervert.
like 50 accusers.
Yeah, we're up to 15 and counting.
Ooh.
He's been indicted on 2 more charges of touching women inappropriately, bringing the total number to 15. He is done.
There's a video on TMZ of him trying it, and this chick ain't having it.
Nope. And all the ladies that are accusing him are all saying the same thing. Show me the money. See what I did there?
The problem is, I think this is going to keep happening with a lot of men. These women will be like, you know what? 10 years ago, yeah, he touched me.
Yeah, he's getting a little Kevin Spacey, except these are at least adults.
I was trying to think of a quote from radio or something, but I couldn't come up with it.
That wouldn't be right, though, Menace. That would not be right.
And speaking of Kevin Spacey, he dodges charges in a sexual assault case. The only reason he got out of this one, wiggled out of this, because the victim's dead.
Yeah, she died.
Yeah. So there's
She
that.
died.
Top earning celebrity, who do you think it is?
Top earning Taylor Swift.
I'm sorry. I did that wrong. Top earning dead celebrity.
Michael.
Michael Jackson, any guesses?
Yeah, I'll go with Michael.
Michael beats Elvis, you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. 60 million, dead since 2009. His total's down from 400 million last year because of the money from the estate that was sold.
Elvis been dead for 42 years.
Yeah, we ain't checking for Elvis like that
That plate
no
ain't
more.
as hot anymore.
Yeah.
But he's number 2.
Sheesh. He's beating Pac.
Oh yeah,
Bob
Pac ain't even on
Marley.
here. Nipsey beat Pac.
Well,
else
yeah,
is on
because
that
it's
list?
hot off the presses, though, Mark.
So Elvis is second. The Peanuts creator Charles Schultz is still making bread.
Still making bread.
38. Arnold Palmer 30. Bob Marley 20. Yeah. 20 million. These are millions. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I
I
can
just,
see that.
Bob was on there. Bob never stops.
Dr. Seuss is on here too, by the way.
Dr. Seuss is real.
Well, his name is Theodore Dr. Seuss Geisel or Giesel. Been dead since 91. He's worth $19 million. He's number 6
Those
on the
books
list.
don't stop selling.
Whitney on here, number 12.
Who?
Whitney Houston.
Whitney? Oh.
Yeah. And Prince is on here at number 9 at $12 million. Marilyn Monroe is still $13 million. Wow.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Okay.
And as we end today's podcast, we'll have to make sure that we do a special shout out to John Witherspoon.
Oh,
yeah.
One of the very few celebrities that I actually felt that I had somewhat of a relationship with. Whenever I would see him, it was like seeing an old friend. He was always very warm to me. I always asked how I was doing. Remembered conversations that we had before. John Witherspoon, amazing person. Of course, an icon. Somebody who could be up there in age like he is and still connect with the youngest of fans.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that. And one of the reasons is because of star performances like this one.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. in the damn refrigerator, eating up all the food, all the chicken, all the pig feet. You ate my dinner, my mashed potatoes, that good old gravy I like, and the biscuits I can stop that gravy in. You ate all of that. You drink up all the milk. Don't care what kind of milk it is. You don't care. 2%, 3% buttermilk, patent milk. Hold a cow on a patent milk can. I bet you eat that too. What's wrong with you? I'm hiding my grapes. You gonna eat up all my grapes.
Oh.
Now, when I went to bed last night, didn't I tell you to take out the trash? Yeah. So why didn't you do it?
Forgot.
Asleep. I wish you was sleeping right now. I'll knock you upside your head with a left hook, make your ass wake up and take out that damn trash.
Oh, but we do have the memories.
Who else y'all got over there? Public enema? Public enema? Enema? What the hell is a public enema?
Yeah, he was in a house party. That's right.
If you pay attention, his wife in Boomerang is
his
also
wife
that wife in House
Party. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Yep, they had a
And she
relationship.
played the woman who was after him in Friday After Next, the landlord.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, they must be putting each other on. All right, well, thanks everybody for listening to episode 14.
Rest in peace, Pops.
We're on all the major platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play, and more.
Just say everything.
Everybody. Oh, and YouTube too. Love to watch the video on YouTube. We really dance it up. All right. Blessings.
We do?
Yeah, we do.